If you have a couple of questions, the press, I'd love to take them. The take on the economy, well, I think it's a very sad time for the United States that this is happening. It's a very, very sad time. It's a real black eye. But if you look all over the world, I sold a house to a person from Russia in Palm Beach for almost $100 million. I don't know that he'd be there today. I mean, this was a month ago, and now today is a whole different period of time. It's a very, very sad period of time. I think the bailout probably gets approved. It's probably necessary, but nobody has any idea what's going to happen once it's approved. Nobody. So it's going to be approved in a different form. I think it's probably necessary. Question? Anybody? Yes, sir.
What would you do if you were Treasury Secretary?
Rex Grossman, that's right.
What would you do if you were Treasury Secretary?
Rex, well, that's a tough question, isn't it, huh? Rex Grossman and his wife was beautiful and charming, and my people really love them both. He did buy a place, and I didn't know it was such a public. We have many, many celebrities that bought in the building, but if you're telling me, I guess I can talk about it. Am I a fan? I think he's the greatest quarterback since Joe Willie. Okay? Because Joe Willie never bought an apartment in one of my places, all right? I think he's a good guy. My people have said he's a really nice guy and he's got a lovely young wife. Okay? Okay. We sold about 75% of the building. And I think the big advantage this building has, should I wait till that stops? See, somebody's in trouble. Whenever I hear sirens like that, I say, that's bad because somebody's in trouble. We've sold about 75% of the building. It's going really nicely. And the advantage we have is that this building is built, whereas the other buildings that you see are not going to happen. They won't happen, sadly. Not only in Chicago, but all over the country. You won't see it. The banks are out of money. They're stone cold, flat. They don't have money. So it's a pretty sad period of time. Okay, question? Anybody have any questions?
Over here, sir.
Question? Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Chicago, of course, has a very storied history of architecture. What do you think this means for the city in terms?
I can't hear you.
What do you think this means?
I said Chicago, of course, has very storied history as far as architecture is concerned. What do you think this building means for the city in terms of architectural history?
Well, I think not only will this go down as the tallest building since the Sears Tower, I think it will go down architecturally as the best building even long before the Sears Tower. I think there's nothing like it. It's the highest level of quality. It's the most expensive, and that doesn't necessarily mean best because a lot of people spend money, but it is probably the most expensive curtain wall ever built in, curtain wall meaning the skin of the building, ever built in Chicago, one of the most expensive anywhere in the United States. And we've gotten tremendous architectural reviews, so we're really honored by it, and we're just very proud of it architecturally. Okay? Any other question? Yes, sir. About equal. It's about equal, yes. Yes, sir.
When will the actual construction finish?
We'll be finished in about, totally finished in about 6 months. Okay? Yes, we start putting the spire on top, which brings the building almost to 1,400 feet, and it will be beautiful. It's very, very special design. It's going to really be something beautiful. Highlight the building. Yes, sir.
I'm still curious as to what you would do with the economy if you were Treasury Secretary.
What would I do to the economy if I was Treasury Secretary? Well, 3 or 4 days ago, prior to this announcement, the economy was truly ready to tank. Now, by tank, it sounds like the word depression could be used. And I get a kick out of these economists that say, no, we're really not in a recession yet. And I say, where do these people live? Where do they come from? I think probably they had no choice in doing what they did, but it's very sad that they had to do it. But probably they had no choice in doing what they did. Okay?
Do you think we're headed for a depression?
Well, I said 2 years ago we were headed for a depression, and they actually gave me great credit on CNBC the other day, Erin Burnett. She said the only one that said we were going into a depression was Donald Trump 2 years ago. I'm not proud of that, but I did make that prediction on CNBC 2 years ago. I think the bailout will stave off the word depression. I really do. But the banks will be so busy paying back the loan to the government, or the government will end up taking over the bank, that they won't have money for buildings like this, which again gives us an advantage because our building is built and the other buildings won't be built. Anyway, thank you all very much. It's a great honor to have so many people. Thank you. Thank you.